it's Rebecca. I just wanted to share with you today something that it came up for me. Well, it came up for me in the last couple of days when I spent some time with some very important people to me. And really, there's two pieces to this. Really, I want to talk about the fear and the resistance that we sometimes find when we're chasing down a dream or we're trying to create something new. I was talking to one of my friends yesterday, and we were talking about the fact that oftentimes we look for signs. We look for the signs that we're on the right path, or signs that we're doing the right thing, or signs. We look for, it's just those little touch points from the world, right, or the universe that, like, maybe this is working, maybe this is what we're supposed to be doing, and those things that feel like, yeah, they're like affirming. They affirm that we're doing what we ought to be doing. And the only real danger, I guess, that I have found at this point in the idea of looking for signs is that we can make anything a sign if we really want to. And what we end up doing is we question if we're finding ourselves facing resistance or we're seeing some major roadblock, we end up questioning if it's a sign that we're not moving or headed in the right direction. And really, if you think about it like this, so you've got two paths to take. You're at a fork in the road, and one path is totally clear, and you can see all the way to the end. You know what's coming. You know exactly what's in the way. There's nothing in the way. And then you got this path over here that's overgrown with gnarly, funky weeds and tree stumps, and it looks challenging. Not only does it look challenging, you can't really see for certain what's on the other side of it. Well, this is life. I mean, you choose something that I would say is hard or uncharted to a degree. It's always going to look like that path on the left, my left over here. It's always going to look like that, because if it's uncharted, there might be people that have done it before, but it's never this nice, smooth, easy path that a ton of people have walked if it's something different and unique. So like for me with this business, when I had the trouble with my books and they came back all wrong, I had that feeling like, gosh, like maybe I'm not supposed to be doing this. Or when I didn't get a couple of gigs that I thought I would get or whatever, I would say, oh, maybe this isn't supposed to be my thing. But if you think about how crazy that statement is, if it's worth having, there's going to be some challenging moments that come with it. And resistance isn't necessarily anybody telling you that it's not the right thing. Sometimes I think it's the nudge to ask ourselves, how badly do we really want this? Because if it's smooth sailing, you aren't really being challenged and you aren't really being pushed. And so really, is it that great of a thing to pursue anyway? This is just, as I've been thinking about this and talking to other women and it's been women that are trying to do something big with their lives or do something different with their lives or make some concept come to life. They're finding themselves in the thick of the crap, and they're just whacking away at these weeds with their machete, and suddenly it is natural to want to drop the machete and turn around and walk back the way you already cleared. Like, I'm tired, I'm done. What if what I clear away, what if I don't like the view on the other side? And what I have to say to that is that could happen, actually. I mean, it could happen. You could whack and whack and whack and whack at those stupid weeds, get on the other side and be like, well, that isn't anything to look at. And you might decide that it's still not okay. But wanting to pursue it and having the desire to pursue it is what's going to give you the energy, the courage, and the ability to keep whacking. So all I can say is this, friends, if you're in the middle of something and you're finding that resistance, and sometimes it's clear resistance, like stuff just isn't working out like it ought to, or you're having roadblock after roadblock after roadblock, don't mistake that as a sign that you're not on the right path. Just do some gut check, do a recheck, ask yourself what you want, what your values are, and if fighting this battle, working through this, if it's actually going to get you to a better place. And what you got to remember is the better place isn't necessarily the destination. How good are you going to feel about yourself? I'm telling you right now, from where I sit, I am being completely overwhelmed with love and appreciation from people that are reading the proper copy of my book. And it is worth every time that I was standing in the middle of that stupid, weedy path trying to fight my way through it. It is 100% worth it. And all I can say is, you've just got to decide. If it isn't worth it, it's okay. Drop the machete and turn around. But if you really want something different, recognize that resistance is a part of the process. And what we can learn from those moments, how much we can grow as a person, you have absolutely no idea what you're capable of. And yeah, I'm getting emotional about this because seriously, I feel like I am in such a bubble of beautiful light right now. And while a couple months ago, while I was standing in the middle of that stupid path and a tree fell right in my path, I couldn't have seen this feeling at all. But I persevered. And so can you. So that's my message today. Resistance is not the enemy. Resistance is simply a test of how bad you want what you're after. And if you change your mind about it, that's okay too. So pick up that machete, keep fighting for yourself, because whether what is on the other side is worth it or not, you, my friend, are worth it. Love you. Have a great day. Groove on, everybody.